Hello Aries, I am Ruby and I am going to have a look at the next week for you. Currently we're at the end of June, but if this finds you at any time and it resonates, then take it. So we will get started here. What is the first energy coming up for you? We have the mice. So the mice it's like a neutral to negative energy, but it's not a harsh energy. It's more about like annoyances and things like that are kind of like pests, like frustration or irritation. This one apparently wants to be seen. The letter, so communication coming in. It could be about whatever is frustrating you. And this will be in the form of like a letter, text message, something that is in written word rather than spoken. Then we have the crossroads. The mountain. Okay. And the moon. Okay, so the moon it's an energy of something that has been in the dark, something that has been hidden. In this context, that's where it would go. But this hidden thing is causing you to have to make a decision. Now, I think that this is kind of coming to light, like it's something that is not necessarily hidden anymore, and it doesn't have to be super detrimental. Like I don't get this really hard, really tough energy, but it feels like something maybe disappointing that is kind of forcing you to have to make a decision in some way about something that has been very frustrating. There's going to be some information comes in. There's going to be obstacles on your path here with the mountain there, but when I put this card down, it felt more positive than negative. We'll see what kind of comes up in the next set of cards, but I think that especially with none of this being like a harsh energy, I think it's going to be something you can overcome, but it's just very frustrating. And then we have the ship. So going with the flow. Okay, so you have a long journey ahead of you in this. The lilies is like an energy. Sometimes it has a sexual connotation to it, but in the context of this, it looks like it's showing that this has been a really long journey and you've still got a ways to go with it. And again, it's not like this harsh, it's just like that thing that kind of hovers over you, that little bit of a rain cloud that follows you around. But we have the clover coming up. Clover is neutral. For me, it always leans positive because some people will say the opposite, but when I read these cards, the clover has always been something that feels a little bit more positive to me. Clover is like taking one step forward, like taking 2 steps forward and then maybe taking like 1 step back. Then, you progress more, maybe like 3 or 4 steps forward, and then you take 1 step back. So you're still moving forward. You're never going back further than you've come. You know what I mean? Like you're still creating gain in your life. And even though the journey is going to be a while, probably because there's going to be some small setbacks, it's still generally going in a good direction. We have the garden here, so we'll see what comes up at the front here. Yeah, some suffering. Some suffering that causes the setbacks, but you're going down the journey. The garden at the end here is actually a very positive energy. The garden's about kind of like social atmosphere opening up. Gardens are relaxing and beautiful. Taking a moment to like take in the scenery. So I would say like the next 3 months, you've got some frustration, but keep moving forward. Even when you start feeling these minor setbacks, you know, money doesn't come in on time. You have to like reschedule a payment for something. It's little stuff like that. It's nothing major. You're late for something, or you can't make a meeting, so you have to reschedule it for like an hour later. You know, it's more annoyance than anything, irritation, especially with those mice. The mice are super irritating. They just make things frustrating. But it does look like any of the struggle or the suffering through this is going to end up turning out to be positive. Just go with the flow, you know, ride the waves like the ship does, and you'll get to the end there. So the Star Temple Oracle here, I'm going to pull you guys a few energies from here. The first energy is the Cosmic Enchantress Wishcraft. I attract a steady flow of abundance. So in the end, you're going to come out good. It's going to sort itself out. And then we have Father of the Sky. So the God energy. I release the weight of the world from my shoulders. Do not make this worse than it has to be. Do not overthink it. Do not carry it. Just let it be, and it'll do what it needs to do to get you to the place it needs to get you. The Star Mother. The Universal Mother loves and supports me totally. So you got your whole spiritual team is like basically cheerleading you from the sidelines. It's like that last leg of the race where everybody's just like, you can do it. You got this. Don't give up. The Ruby Star. I embody my authentic and sensual essence. So be in touch with yourself. And the Goddess of Balance, Equality. I create and foster reciprocal relationships. Just keep going. Just do not give up. Whatever you do, you've got a lot of good coming. When it comes to this, whatever the situation is, and it could be about money, it could be like you're trying to move to a different home, a different apartment, it could be a different job opportunity. You have to reschedule an interview, and it's so bad to do that, but something comes up, you know, but you ending up having that person interviewing you in a better mood that day. You know what I mean? So whatever irritating as heck energy you're going through right now, that thing you're trying to get from here to here, it's gonna happen. Make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure that you're in touch with your it's not like a energy of like a sexual energy, but be in touch with that side of yourself that allows that self-care and that self-love, and create as much balance as you can with the people around you, as much as you can. It's going to be a little bit difficult over the next little while, but keep in mind, don't get too distracted that you are so focused on getting to here, because it's going to happen anywhere or anyway, that you neglect some people in your life that need you as well. So I hope that that helps. And first person to leave a comment under all of my videos, the first person to leave a comment will get a personal card pulled for them. You can ask a question if you want. Yeah, so like, share, do all the things, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.